So right now, I'm training using a putt-out mirror. It's always good to make sure that your eyes are looking over the golf ball properly when you're putting. So what this does is I just put this ball here in the little slot. I bring my putter behind it as per normal. And then once I get set up, I want to make sure that my vision, I can see my eyes that go over this line. That's the center line of the ball. If my eyes are too far over, that's not ideal because we're too far over the golf ball. We may not be able to see the line very well. If my eyes are too close to my body and not even showing up in the mirror, then once again, my head is definitely not in the right position. Ideally, we want to have them right over or slightly inside. When I do that, it allows me to set myself up and then I can hit some decent putts. All right, so it's a good way to practice training, especially in the winter. We have this available for you to use here at Crimson Ridge. So another thing we can do with this mirror is we've got these little magnets. If you want to work on your actual stroke itself, we can limit the amount of space that you have by putting these magnets in there. So basically you want to have them about the width of your putter, just a little bit bigger than the width of your putter. As you can see, my putter will fit in there. Okay, and when I set up, I'm just going to get in there. And when I make my stroke, I want to make sure I'm not touching either of these things. And that just makes sure that my stroke is back and through on the correct path. Because if I get a little bit aggressive and let's say my stroke is too far inside, well, I might hit one of these. Or let's say I'm coming across it and I slice it, I might hit one of those. So it's a good way to train your stroke for your putting stroke, especially on your shorter putts. It'll help you make those 3 and 4 and 5 footers more frequently on the golf course. Okay, something else that we can do here. We've got this putt-out gate. So it's a little bit bigger than the width of a golf ball, as you can see. You can set it up whatever distance you want, but if you set it up, you know, 1.5 to 2 feet away from you, and you hit your putts, it's just a good way to practice making sure that the ball starts on the correct line and stays on that line when you're hitting it. Too often you might think that you're hitting a good putt because it rolls over a spot maybe 2 inches in front of your ball, but if you've got some kind of side spin that you're creating with your stroke, this thing is going to help to make sure that it's rolling properly. So a good way to practice making sure you roll it through this little gate, it's going to help you with your mid-length putts, and yeah, well, hopefully you can practice that all winter. Now we're going to look at the perfect putt. All right, what that is, it's this little device shaped kind of like a hole, and it's got a little ramp to it. There are a couple little things that you can do. So right now we've got it set to the perfect putt mode. So this golf ball that I hit could actually sit right into this hole if I have the perfect line and perfect speed. If I don't want that feature on, I can just move this little cover up, and then it just basically, any putt that I roll that goes in this hole, it'll roll up the ramp and roll back to me. Usually the distance that you would have gone past the hole. But for fun, we're gonna put this perfect putt hole in there. And I will say it is extremely difficult to get it to sit there. But if I have perfect line and perfect speed, this ball will stay in there. Now I missed completely. Got to work on my putting. And you can see perfect line, perfect speed on the second try. If I can do this more frequently, the ball will stay in there like that. You're going to increase your speed and your distance control and your line. It's a great way to practice.